While I was working on a video about the 10 best-selling books of all time, I found myself thinking about the depth of the Harry Potter series and how it inspired so many children to start reading in the first place. The very first book in the saga is the fifth best-selling book in the world, which already says a lot about its impact. Unlike some readers, I'm also a fan of the movies. They're my comfort films. But I also know that, as always, the books are far richer and more emotional than anything a screen can fully hold. Some powerful moments in Harry Potter never made it to the movies. Not just small details, but scenes that change how we understand characters, relationships, and even the war itself. In the books, these moments add depth, pain, politics, and meaning. So today, let's whisper about the important Harry Potter book scenes that were deleted from the movies. Welcome to Bookish Whispers. Voldemort's past in detail. This is one of the things I missed most in the movies. The books give Voldemort a much deeper past, and without it, he feels more like a flat villain than a truly complex, tragic one. In the books, we don't just meet Voldemort. We meet Tom Riddle before he became a nightmare. Before he became the Dark Lord, there was a girl no one noticed. Merope Gaunt grew up in a broken, violent, pure-blood family, descended from Salazar Slytherin. Her father despised her brother mocked her, and magic in that house was used more as threat than love. Quiet, neglected, and convinced she was worthless, Merope fell in love with a muggle boy, Tom Riddle Sr., someone kind, handsome, and completely out of her reach. So she did something desperate. Using a love potion, she made him fall for her. They ran away together, married, and for the first time in her life, Merope felt chosen. But love built on magic never lasts. She eventually stopped giving him the potion, hoping he would love her for real. Instead, Tom woke up confused, humiliated, and furious, and abandoned her while she was pregnant. Alone, penniless, and emotionally broken, Merope sold her most precious heirloom, Salazar Slytherin's locket, just to survive. She gave birth in a cold London orphanage and died shortly after, never even naming her son with affection. That baby became Tom Marvolo Riddle. We see his broken childhood, a mother who died alone, a loveless upbringing, his obsession with powerful heirlooms, and the first moments when cruelty became curiosity. It transforms Voldemort from a faceless villain into a psychological tragedy. We understand that fear, abandonment, and hunger for power didn't just follow him, they created him. The Marauders Full Story. In the books, we learn the full history of the Marauders: Moony, Wormtail, Padfoot, and Prongs, or Lupin, Pettigrew, Sirius, and James. We discover that they became Animagi to help Lupin survive his werewolf transformations, that James could turn into a stag, and that Sirius was Harry's godfather long before Azkaban. This gives emotional weight to Sirius and James. Harry isn't just meeting random adults, he's meeting his father's world. He's stepping directly into his father's past. James stops being only a heroic memory. Through the Marauders, Harry finally sees his father as a real teenager. Reckless, loyal, flawed, funny, brave. Every joke on the Marauders map, every secret passage, every transformation under the full moon belongs to the same boys who once protected each other and protected Harry before he was born. This connection gives Harry emotional roots. In the movies, Sirius feels less personal, and James feels distant. But in the books, they're carefully built, layer by layer. The books let us live with them. The films only introduce them. And also, viewers never fully understand why the map responds to Harry, or why Lupin knows so much about it. In the movie, the Quidditch World Cup is basically a blink and you miss it moment. We see the tense, the chaos, and suddenly, cut. The match itself is gone. I personally love the atmosphere the movies managed to capture. And I also understand the limits of time when you're trying to translate an entire magical universe into just a few hours on screen. But in the book, the World Cup is pure magic on a global scale. Harry isn't just watching a game. He's entering an international wizarding festival. Rowling uses this chapter to show something important. The wizarding world doesn't stop at Hogwarts. Wizards from different countries argue, celebrate, trade, and compete. For the first time, Harry sees how big and complicated his world really is. It also reshapes Viktor Krum. In the films, he's mostly Hermione's crush. In the books, he's a superstar athlete, famous, respected, almost mythical before we even meet him properly. In the books, the tournament makes magic feel international, alive, crowded, and real, not just a school story. Without those moments, the wizarding world feels smaller, quieter, and more isolated, as if everything important only happens inside Hogwarts. Hermione's house elf revolution. In the books, Hermione doesn't just study for exams. She starts a quiet rebellion. After seeing how house elves like Dobby and Winky are treated, she creates the Society for the Promotion of Elfish Welfare and begins campaigning for their freedom. She knits hats, hides them around the common room, hands out pamphlets, and annoys half of Hogwarts in the process. This storyline reveals Hermione's deepest trait. She can't ignore injustice, even when the system says it's normal. It adds another layer to her character, not just intelligence, but empathy, rebellion, and moral courage. It shows that Hermione doesn't only fight dark wizards, she fights broken systems. Harry repairs his wand. In the book's ending, there's a quiet moment people forget. After everything, Harry doesn't chase power. He fixes himself first. He uses the Elder Wand to repair his own broken wand, then calmly returns the most dangerous object in the wizarding world to Dumbledore's tomb. And that choice says everything. Power is temporary, but who you are isn't. Now the movie? It skips the healing and goes straight to drama. Harry just snaps the Elder Wand in half. Iconic? Yes. But we lose something softer and deeper. The moment where Harry chooses identity over power and closure over spectacle. We lose the soft, human moment where Harry restores what was broken before giving up what could corrupt him. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this kind of video, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps. Behind these videos is a real person who loves books. That's me. I am just not ready to narrate them myself. But one day, I promise, that will change.